Welcome back to Sports on Tap. I'm your host, James Laney, with my co-host, Kyle Johnson.
What's poppin'?
And my co-host, Ryan Fahey.
What's going on, boys?
Today, we're going to be going over our predictions for the NFL awards.
Our way too early
predictions.
Too early.
I think I nailed it.
Not gonna lie.
I ain't way too early. I'm right on the ball.
Comeback player of the year, starting first.
Ooh,
all right.
bottom up?
Yeah, we're going bottom up. Come on,
Right.
that's the fun way to go.
Joe Burrow.
Fuck yeah. Easy.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on. Joe Burrow hooking back up with Jamar Chase. That combo is going to be filthy.
Yeah.
I can't wait. The only thing is, my God, do something with the line, please. He's going to die again.
They drafted a couple.
That's why I didn't pick
Good.
him.
He's going to die again if you don't address that immediately.
They can't though. What can they do?
That was the draft.
They either had
season. Where can they pick up from there?
Here's the thing. The only thing is, throughout being a New England Patriots fans, we've just known you can
Good
find
lines,
offensive linemen.
But the Bengals
some teams are better than
terrible.
others. So
right, but you can find them. If someone's competent enough, you can find somebody to go and play on the offensive line.
So here's
Newhouse?
Jesus, no.
Here's
My
the big
point.
thing though. So some teams are better at it, especially developing talent. Like the Patriots have historically been a great team at developing offensive linemen. We suck at wide receivers. It's good and balanced. The Pittsburgh Steelers good at developing wide receivers. All right, O-line. I mean, last year they were trash. I don't know. I think if Joe Burrow's healthy, I think the Bengals are going to be a middle of the pack team, and I think that is good enough to get comeback player of the year.
That offensive.
Joe Burrow healthy throws for 4,500 yards.
The only reason I didn't pick Joe Burrow was because that offensive line is still garbage. Yeah, they got him Jamar Chase's buddy. I think they're going to be electric, but what happens when he gets sacked 5 times a game?
I don't know if he will though. He's mobile enough to get out of there, especially
But that was a big injury.
Big injury.
I know. It's Joe Burrow though. If Alex Smith can come back, Joe Burrow can come back, especially being younger,
Alex
healthier.
Smith came back and he played, but it wasn't.
He was good. Are you kidding me? He got Washington to if he didn't get hurt going into that game where Taylor Heineke had to play,
they're the second best defense in the league.
Yeah, and
that wasn't Alex Smith.
He still got them there.
It wasn't Alex Smith though.
Dude, I'm pulling up his
second
stats right now.
best
Dude, he was good last year.
But but my thing is with Joe Burrow, when you don't have an offensive line, you get nothing going.
I still have Joe Burrow. I have 2 candidates. It was either Joe Burrow or Saquon.
I'm going Dak Prescott.
That's fair.
Before his injury, he was on pace to throw for 5,500 yards or something. He wasn't
something gross.
It was something insane. Was he going to keep at that pace? Probably not. But
he would have thrown for 5,000.
Oh, he would have thrown for 5,000, but 5,500, those kind of numbers, don't know about that. But his defense has been so bad that he has to make up for it. So I just see him coming back and playing the same exact way. He has the receivers. The offensive line isn't what it used to be, but it's better than the Bengals. It gives him some protection.
Yeah.
The traffic code's better than Bengals offensive line right now.
Well, they drafted a guy. They did a little work.
Most do.
They did a little work. Yeah, you guys, this is right through. You want to see some ID? Nah, you good. I paid the entrance fee? Yeah, you're good.
Oh, Aaron Donald? Oh my God.
What's up, buddy?
Oh my God. TJ Watt?
If they play LA this year, sit Joe Burrow. The Bengals need to sit Joe Burrow if they play LA this year.
Oh my God. Absolutely.
Joe's Joe's got a tummy ache this week. I don't.
The reason I don't like your Saquon take though is not because of Saquon himself.
Say the Giants O-line.
The O-line.
There it is. I think Daniel Jones has a potential to surprise a lot of people this year.
But that offensive line.
What did they do? Tell me what they did. The Giants.
Nothing.
You don't know. Tell me what moves they made.
On offensive line?
Yes.
Not that I've seen any.
Exactly. I don't know. So
the offensive line sucks.
That's his point.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying
What moves did they make?
Do you actually know what moves they made?
I don't know all the moves they made, but
there's no way.
They did not make any huge improvements to that offensive line.
If they still have Nate Solder, I'll agree with you completely.
God, Nate Solder. God.
You don't even know.
I don't.
Then what?
But he ran for 8 yards last year, Saquon. Hey, dude.
So he's that top tier of a talent, and he ran for 8 yards before his injury.
He literally got hurt.
Because of
week 2.
The offensive line was so garbage.
Oh, it's hot garbage. It was hot garbage last year.
So how can you be comeback player of the year when your offensive line gives you nothing to work with? I'm not debating
they did.
I think Saquon has the ability he has the pure talent, but it's his teammates around him that will hold him back from that.
I'm with James.
Thank you. Thank you.
I hate you guys.
I was like, clearly Saquon is like top 3 running back talent wise, but when you have bottom of the barrel offensive line, you can't do anything with that.
Exactly. Running backs can't do anything. If you have a bad offensive line, running backs can't do anything. With quarterbacks, you can, because I remember the Patriots didn't have a great offensive line a few years ago, but Brady was throwing the ball under 2 seconds. Quarterbacks can adjust for that.
I think so here's how I think
that's
it
why
goes.
That's why
with
running
both,
backs with a bad offensive line can't do anything.
Here's how I think it goes with both the Bengals and the New York Giants. So I think they understand that their O-line was a huge. The only reason the Bengals didn't draft somebody in the O-line. This is moving.
Wow,
I'm watching this thing slowly fall.
We're all put together today. That's the 7th thing we had to fix.
I'm watching. So I think the Bengals, especially, they both these teams understand that they need an O-line. I don't know what they did. I didn't keep track. I can't say I was on the ball with
So this man tried calling me out for not knowing something when he didn't know it.
I never said I did. I just.
But you had the gall,
dude.
Call me out.
Okay, I really think that there's improvement one way or the other, and I think Daniel Jones and Joe Burrow are going to be big parts of why their O-line succeeds. I think Joe Burrow's mobile enough.
I'm not debating Daniel Jones. Jones is not involved in this conversation.
I think Daniel Jones is going to be the 15th best coach. He's going to be Kirk Cousins this year.
Okay, well he's going to improve,
but
which means he won't be a comeback player of the year candidate. I'm talking about Saquon.
Yeah, which means that they're going to have to focus on Daniel Jones. They're going to have to focus on them passing the ball. Same thing with the Bengals. So I honestly think Saquon's going to have a decent year. I think Saquon rushes for over 1,000 yards, probably 10 touchdowns at least, bare minimum. That's good enough to get him comeback player of the year.
Running backs with a bad offensive line never works.
But it's
tough.
Saquon Barkley.
It never works.
You also got to remember, there's a lot of candidates for this award this year. You got Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow, Odell.
Odell's a good one. I didn't even think about him.
I would say. I mean, I got to stick with my take about Baker and Odell not working, so I can't say Odell. But it's going to be a competitive one this year. I know there's more. I don't know why I can't think of it, but yeah, it should be electric. Coach of the year.
Oh, Cliff Kingsbury.
Thank you. Let's go, Kyle. Let's go,
Cliff
baby.
Kingsbury all day.
Absolutely,
all day, dude. I think Kyler Murray has a breakout season.
Yep.
DeAndre Hopkins gonna be what 1,500 receiving yards.
I say I think that's a lock, to be honest.
I mean, it's 1,500 receiving yards is disgusting, and I think DeAndre Hopkins could absolutely do that. 12 touchdowns. Not to mention they still have Larry as their number 4. Who else? Andy Isabella, Kirk. Yeah, Christian Kirk.
See, I feel like they have so much hype behind the team, though.
They have a good O-line.
I feel like they just have so much hype behind the team that it's if they don't do well, then people are expecting them to do well. Where if they do well, it's okay, you've met expectations. Where I feel like most of the time.
Yeah, but that's still not good enough to get Coach of the Year. Are you kidding me?
No. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be involved, but so I have Ron Rivera. I think he's going to do because once again, my theory usually is. You look at a team that's they weren't great last year. Yeah, they won the division 7-9. That's not how you win divisions usually. They got a good young defense. The offense, they added Curtis Samuel, so now you have a better offensive weapon.
That's just a good division, I think, with a good chance to.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think that the Washington football team is going to be a top team in the league or anything. But
they're going to be good.
But that's what I'm saying.
I
think they're going to break expectations. I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick, because he plays like an MVP for 3 weeks. Then you throw in. Why can't I think of McKinnon? I mean, he played well in that postseason game.
Is it McKinnon? No,
it's not.
Heineke.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, but
Heineke.
So he played well in his postseason game against the Buccaneers, Super Bowl champs.
I rewatched that game recently. The man balled out.
Oh, he was electric.
He was electric.
So he could get the winning job over Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think the Washington football team will actually.
He's going to get the starting job some point. Some way through the season.
Well, whenever you have Ryan Fitzpatrick on your team, of course, you get him for 3 weeks.
I don't understand how he was out of the NFL because, watching his tape, the dude he has a strong arm. He makes really good decisions. Heineke.
Okay.
He makes really good decisions. And that was the big one that stuck out to me. I'm like, this dude isn't forcing anything. And when he had to move, he was nimble. He moved fairly well. He was no Lamar, but it's dude.
He was pretty fast, though.
That's what I mean. He was surprisingly fast. So, I don't know. The fact that he was out of the NFL, I think, somebody needs to get fired, but that's another.
Sometimes
story.
they don't fit in systems and whatnot. But
Either way, that dude.
But that's
He's
what.
gonna be
But that's why I'm going with Ron Rivera because one, they go through adversity all the time, and that man knows how to deal with it.
Oh,
so,
dude, that was insane.
On top of the $10 million fine, I feel like he just knows how to corral this team, especially with having a great young leader and Chase Young on the defense, Montez Sweat. That the defense is just only going to get better.
Defense is gross.
They've added the pieces on offense. Quarterback undetermined, but I could see them fighting for their division with the Cowboys.
Runner up though, I think is another candidate for probably the exact same reasons, just blowout expectation. Brian Flores.
Yep. That was my second one.
Yeah.
100%.
I think, dude, the way he coached the way the Dolphins were the Jets 2 years ago, and then the Dolphins almost made the playoffs, and then it's like, that's a huge jump. Like,
I see him being like a dark.
I don't
horse.
even know who the Jets have at coach right now, but if they even,
Oh, isn't it? Oh no.
if they even get like 7 wins, I'd be like, this guy.
Side note, we're talking about the Jets. Do you know Adam Gase is just a high school football coach now?
Good.
Dude, that team's gonna suck.
That high school football team is
That team's
garbage.
gonna suck.
Garbage.
This guy stinks! like this.
Oh, brother,
this guy stinks! like if that was my senior year, I'd be like, really? We got Adam Gase. This is what
All right, guys.
guys.
So
Who's got the blow?
Mom, I don't want to go to practice today.
Mom, all he wants to do is lines, and it's not offensive work. I'm telling you right
It's got me doing Jameis Winston workouts. I just don't
I
understand.
don't, he's making me feel uncomfortable every time I'm out there. I don't want to play no more.
Mom, it's like he's got X-ray vision.
He sees into my soul.
He saw the future. He told me I was going to die alone.
He said he witnessed perfection.
You know, my favorite story about Adam Gase is when he skipped Thanksgiving dinner to game plan for the 0-11 Bengals and then lost.
Fire that man into the sun.
Oh my God,
dude.
I can't come to Thanksgiving this week, honey. Why? I got a plan for the worst team in the league. Are you fucking kidding me, Adam? You just you're gonna.
This is your family.
You better win, honey. I'm
Don't
going
worry
to win.
about it, honey.
Adam Gase proceeded to get blown out by 33 points that week.
Such a Morgan Freeman voice.
Just
Oh my
Adam
God.
Gase received by 33 points.
He was never seen.
Never to be
Did-
seen from again.
how much did he lose by? Was it at least?
I think it was like 24/7. Like it was bad.
Wow.
It was bad. I remember.
Awful.
Adam.
It doesn't matter.
Adam.
You skipped Thanksgiving dinner
Adam.
to game plan for an 0-11 team.
How did you, dude? That's the definition. We were talking about lying on the resume. Adam Gase fucking lied on the
Adam
resume.
Gase lied on the resume.
He's
dude.
like, guys,
I was
I'm totally qualified. He's.
I've
goes
done
on,
coaching. Where?
Honey.
Colleges.
honey, I
It's
have
pretty
BS,
legit.
I have BS my way all the way to the NFL coaching.
what-
job.
what-
the
what college
fuck
you coach
do I
at?
do now?
What college you coach at? The football college?
The one with the planes?
Southeast Alabama State.
Yeah, that's
Okay, sounds good to me.
Perfect. Sign him up. What a joke.
All right.
That
Well, I'm
dude's
glad this turned into fuck Adam Gase segment. Like that's
Absolutely.
What
deserves-
award are we on now? Let's go. Offensive rookie of the year. Who do you guys got?
Jamar Chase.
Nice. That's a
I
good-
got
that's a
Jamar
good
Chase.
pick.
I
a good
fully
pick.
believe in Joe Burrow. Before that injury, I think Joe Burrow was on pace for rookie of the year. He would have been better than Justin Herbert. I'm
And that
fully
says a
convinced.
lot.
That says a lot.
I'm
Like, that
fully
does.
convinced. Joe, I am not getting off the Joe Burrow train because I
Yeah.
was fully on it, and
Yep.
I think that injury is just 1 in a million or 1 in whatever.
Like a freak
I don't
injury.
want to say I'm off the Joe Burrow train. It's just that the O line. Like
He's
do-
like,
do
James-
they're gonna
something.
do
James
they, but they
is-
know that that's the problem.
James is on the steps where the train carts connect. He's just kind of like,
I'm like, can we just get somebody to
I'll
to
go
put
with
it
it, but
together?
like, I can feel this thing going away.
And it's not. It's kind of the same thing I said about Saquon. It's not Joe Burrow's fault where bad things are going to happen. I think Jamar Chase, he could be in this contention. I
The
think.
chemistry. I really think Jamar Chase has a year just like AJ Jefferson.
I see Jamar
Or,
Chase being.
is it AJ Jefferson?
Not
Justin
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. Yeah, yeah.
I was going to say I could see Jamar Chase being one of those guys that right off the rip is an immediate impact. So that's
Absolutely.
why I'm actually
Chemistry's already there.
I'm going with Kyle Pitts at tight end.
He was my
Nice.
runner-up.
I was going to say that's why I'm not against the Joe Burrow, the Jamar Chase pick. I like that, but I got to go with Kyle Pitts. This dude is like, what is he? He's like 6'6", 245,
It's a monster.
and he runs like a wide receiver.
Dude, it's Julio
Plus-
Jones at tight end.
Plus, I think he's going to get way more opportunity because Atlanta's defense is not good. Their
And
secondary
Julio's out.
is garbage. Julio is out, so he could debatably be their number one option depending on how Calvin Ridley works out, kind of thing.
yeah.
There you go.
Kyle Pitts is going to have a season, dude.
I see him at least, if not winning it, I think he wins it just because he's one of those guys that another guy that's going to make an immediate impact. He's also one of those guys where people are like, he could be the greatest tight end to ever play the game, and I'm like, I mean, he's got to do it. He's got to do it. He has the tangibles.
Yeah.
There's guys you put in that conversation where it's like, yeah, he has a whole career to prove it, but he's got the tangibles and he has the metrics to debatably meet it. I think still a long road for that conversation, but I see him winning it because I just think he's a freak of nature. Plus, he's got a good quarterback.
Najee Harris.
Fuck yeah.
I almost picked him, but
now the only reason I don't like that is because it's like, where is James Conner in this?
James Conner's going to get hurt again.
You think?
He just it's the past few seasons. My God, it just that.
Well, Pittsburgh can't run for shit, dude. They got rid of David DeCastro too. That's how I knew they were fucked.
Well, Najee Harris can also catch out of the backfield, though.
Yeah.
Do you see him? Do you see what he said? He was just like, "Yeah, I think one-handed catches are easy." Like what?
Dude, watching him at Bama, like that was something else. Like that kid was like,
dude's a great running back. No,
a monster.
I like him.
Did you also see what his coaches are saying? He's working too much.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. And NFL coaches are like, "Can you go home?" One of his coaches
no, baby.
He literally was like, "Yeah, Najee's got to go home sometimes." He's like, "This is not like this dude just does not stop working. He's going to kill himself playing this game, like practicing."
That's my boy.
That's my rookie.
Who said that? Because
I don't remember which coach.
That's impressive.
But like the fact that one of your coaches at the NFL level is like, "Yo,
Najee,
dog, go home." Like
you can
probably because he couldn't leave until Najee left. He was like, "Dog, I got a kid to feed."
Yeah,
my wife made dinner 2
my kid
hours
should have
ago.
been fed 3 hours ago.
I don't even know where he is. I was supposed to pick him up from something. I don't even
listen. I know if I give you the keys, I'm going to get fired. So like, if you could just go
Najee,
home.
listen, I know my dog does shit everywhere. I just want to go home and clean it before it gets
He's been
solid
locked in the apartment.
I want to go home before it gets solid and sticks to the floor.
An NFL coach just lives in an apartment?
He's 100%. Down bad. He's down bad.
What NFL coach? It's not Adam Gase we're talking about.
It's Mike Tomlin. He's down bad. They kicked me out of the house.
I remember it wasn't Mike Tomlin, but they're just like, yeah, he needs to go home.
I'm thinking of the right team, right? He's on Pittsburgh.
Steelers, yeah. Actually, that was like one of the biggest hits where like almost every mock draft had the Steelers trading up to get Najee at the 23rd pick, and that's exactly what they did. It was like,
well, they're another team that I'm like, why didn't you do anything? They have none of the starters they had last year on their offensive line, so they're going to be in a situation very similar to what the Bengals were.
I don't know, but I think also the Steelers are a competent franchise where they can deal with that.
Yeah,
and Mike Tomlin's no slouch of a coach.
No, actually,
no, he hasn't had a losing season. He's never had a losing season.
Mike Tomlin is a very underrated coach.
He's like the reverse of Adam Gase.
Oh, like good?
Yeah. Oh, he knows what to do.
Oh, he knows football? Crazy.
He didn't lie on the resume?
He throws away the cocaine?
No.
Adam, we don't need this. Mike, don't fucking touch that bag. Don't you dare touch that bag.
Mike, I need this. I gotta get ready for the Bengals.
I gotta go coach a high school football game. Mike, okay? Put the bag down.
Oh.
What else we got?
Defensive Rookie of the Year. We got
Micah Parsons.
He's my runner-up.
That's
absolutely, dude.
I'll let you take the lead off this one.
Oh my God, this kid at Penn State was a monster.
Yeah, he's
a monster.
Animal.
And kudos to the Dallas Cowboys
for making the right
actually selecting a defensive player.
They need it.
My God, I was like, they're going to take a wide receiver again, aren't they?
Oh, they almost took Pitts. If they took Pitts,
there was a lot of debate on that. It's like, how many weapons did you get?
He's the one guy I'd be like.
At the same time, I would not have been upset with the pick. Like, I mean, like it's Kyle Pitts at tight end. What do you got? Be like, hey, Jason, can we want to come back again?
Yep.
No,
please.
Like, but no, they made the smart choice because Vander Esch is going to get hurt yet again. They declined his 5th-year option.
He's going to get the playing time too.
Yeah,
that's also a big part on these Rookie of the Year awards. It's like, yeah, there's some guy like I wanted to say Justin Fields, but I just don't. He's not going to get the starting job. So if he only plays, let's say, half the season. Well, you can't win Offensive Rookie of the Year if you're playing half the season. Well, if you do, you're putting up electric numbers.
Yeah.
But that's just,
it'd be disgusting.
Yeah, Micah Parsons. He might, hey. You know what? Lock it in.
I'm just writing that.
Jamin Davis. We were talking about Washington football. They drafted him, I think, 8. He's a linebacker for the Redskins. So I think, between that defensive line basically bullying every offensive line, I think he's going to be the guy that benefits from the most sacks. Mm. So I think he's just a good player in a really good situation because it's like, dude, you're going to have to double team every single player on Washington's defensive line. and I think the linebackers are the ones who are going to benefit. This dude was great in college. Like I said, drafted, I think, 8? I don't know. He was their first-round draft pick.
I just really think Washington is going to be like their defense could be. I know we said what number
their
2
defense
last
is
year.
going. Oh no,
I think it
drafted
could be,
him 19th. Sorry,
I think he
19th.
could be. I think this defense could be number 1 because that pass rush is so young and it's already so elite. It's just going to get better.
That especially with Ron Rivera, who's a defensive-minded head coach, they are going to draft Washington's football team in your fantasy football draft.
It's so weird. It's so weird because the Washington team.
They are going to be a top 5 defense in the league. I guarantee it right now.
The Washington football team, I feel like it's so weird because at the ownership level, it's terrible.
Oh god.
But the leadership on the field, just like in-house kind of thing, I feel like is unbelievable. Ron Rivera, Alex Smith is gone, but he was there. I think they're starting to build that. I don't want to say, let's say winning culture. I'm not saying they're going to be Super Bowl contenders or anything, but they have the guys that will call you out, that make you better, that will push you. Chase Young getting captain his rookie year. That speaks volume.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Only looking at his draft grade too. The only big weakness is he only has 11 career starts under his belt, but it's kind of like an inexperienced thing. But it's everything else though. He's got the intangibles. He can guard big tight ends. Dude's fast. I really think he has. It's going to be him or Parsons. I really think, and they're both kind of in the same situation where it's you're just benefiting. You're a good player in a really good situation.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Defensive player of the year. Who do you guys got?
Did you go?
He's Micah
I
Parsons.
was with you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I rode with you there.
Oh, I didn't understand.
I didn't.
I mean, this one.
I'm so sorry.
Does anybody have this up for debate?
Oh, I think it's one of the two.
Aaron Donald.
Oh, yes, actually,
I do too.
Yeah, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go with the obvious choice.
Let's not.
No, I don't think this is obvious. I don't think Aaron Donald's an obvious choice.
No, I think he's the first name you think of, but then I'm going with the same guy I picked last year, Chase Young. I just ride that wave.
He's my runner.
I ride that. Like I said, they're only getting better. I think that defense is going to be. You were saying top 5. I'm saying top 3 easily.
They're going to be a top. They are bare minimum going to be a top 5 defense. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I mean Aaron Donald. Clearly, he's probably the best defensive tackle to ever play the game.
Yeah,
He's 3-time defensive player of the year. I got to go with Chase Young. Young team's getting better. The whole defense is getting better. Fahey's getting ready to.
TJ Watt.
I knew it.
TJ Watt.
Fair enough.
And
I like all these picks.
And last year, I think he got screwed. I think he should have been it last year.
Really?
Aaron Donald won it last year.
He did have an electric
I do
season.
not have the numbers in front of me, clearly.
7.
But there was stats where he had better numbers than Aaron Donald. But Aaron Donald's just I'm not mad because it's Aaron Donald. It's.
I mean, he's
the thing with Aaron Donald is
he's a freak. He
he's
benched
the most-
500.
He's
Like,
Aaron
nothing.
Donald is getting double teamed every single play. Literally, opposing coaches are going, all we have to do is stop Aaron Donald, and they still can't fucking do it. That's Aaron Donald is by far the most impactful defensive player we've ever seen.
100%. But TJ Watt had better numbers than Aaron Donald technically, and
Sometimes
I think he should have won defensive player of the year last year, and he's gonna win.
I mean,
it this
he had
year.
a great season last year.
Sometimes
15 sacks.
Sometimes you just got to look bigger than the numbers. No, don't be wrong. I see what you're saying. Numbers are important. That's
Don't do that. Don't do that because you said that Tom Brady should have been a Pro Bowl over Kyler Murray last year based off numbers. So
Yeah.
going off of that,
You're true. That's
going
true.
off of that,
Wow, he really just pulled
Wow.
that out of.
going off of
He's
that,
like,
woo!
Pull out
you, buddy.
Run the files. Run it.
Listen, James.
He said it. TJ Watt, defensive player of the year. Let's go.
He's not. I mean, TJ Watt did kill it last year. 15
Oh,
sacks,
no, I'm not
43
saying-
the man
tackles,
was
2
a
forced
monster.
fumbles. Yeah.
But you know what? You're not wrong.
I will say I do like all these picks. It's
Those
very
are the three great picks.
well. Chase Young is just going to be a fucking monster. He could even
Aaron
get
Donald's gonna be a monster.
Another guy
TJ
I
Watt's
think I
gonna be
want
a
to throw in
monster.
here. Just thought of it. Myles Garrett.
Oh,
Yeah.
Another guy. I
Yeah.
can see him getting it because people forget how much of a monster he is.
yeah. I
Like, he's
forgot
bigger
how
than-
big he was.
He's bigger than Chase Young, and Chase Young's a house.
Also, was saying that, I can never stop saying this. Thank God he hit that quarterback with the open side of the helmet.
Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph.
Oh.
Thank God, because Mason Rudolph is dead if he hits him with the
Deceased.
Miles Garrett's
You're
out of
just-
it. Miles Garrett's in jail.
Miles Garrett's in jail for murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he
just
hits him
watch
with
him
the
sit
crown
there
of the helmet.
Oh my God! He hit the man, and he's dead. Just knocked
Dude,
him
he
out.
hit him with the
What is this? 1940?
I was just about to say.
I knew it. Say it.
Here, see, he hit him in the head with the helmet. See,
Offensive player of the year.
I'm going run it back to back. Derrick Henry. Give him another game.
Yep.
Give him another game. Are you joking? Oh my God.
Derrick Henry.
Plus,
this is a running backs. This is a running backs award too.
dude, this is a tree. He's a tree.
He's a brick shithouse.
He's a redwood tree.
He's a brick shithouse
Running with
wheels.
a football.
He's a Sequoia
All right, with wheels.
running through you.
Hey,
With a V8
actually,
engine.
over under 6 highlights of him picking up a guy and stiff arming him, throwing him 5 yards.
Over, easy,
Over,
dude. I could
perfect.
see him choke slamming Josh Norman all the way to the end zone.
That was
With
my
one
favorite
hand.
stiff
That was
arm
the-
of all
That
time.
was the best stiff arm I've
Because
ever
Josh
seen.
Norman's
Norman-
a little bitch.
Josh
dude.
Norman. So whenever I talk, Josh Norman thought he was relevant because he was on the 15-1 Panthers and he had beef with Odell. Where it's like, I hated how they tried comparing that to Jerry Rice and Deion Sanders.
Oh,
I'm
God,
like,
no.
shut
God,
your mouth.
no.
I'm like,
Stop
Odell maybe has a chance in this conversation. Josh Norman just happened to be on a really good team and had
Josh
an
Norman is
okay
a
year.
C.
He got the
Oh,
best.
C cornerback.
I knew he was fake even from that year. People are like, he had a really good year. I'm like, yeah, but he's not Deion Sanders. They're like, I don't know. I'm like, shut up.
No,
shut up. You've never watched the game then
He
because
benefited from the system. Not to mention that beef with Odell. I like how this turned into that. But his beef with Odell, he lost because he's the one who threw the late hit. He's the one who came in and was like,
he sucks.
while Odell's throwing a block, he comes in helmet to helmet or runs in, tries to knock him unconscious. Like, dude, you lost the beef. You lost the fight. Derrick Henry fucked you up. It's like, you are not a good player. Yeah. Derrick Henry easy, though. I could see him getting 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns.
Oh, God.
Derrick Henry's gonna, whether it's this year or in the future, he'll be the first player with 2,000 rushing yards.
Not to mention, Julio Jones added to that team totally changes the dynamic of how you have to play the Titans because it's not just Ryan Tannehill and it's like, okay, double up A.J. Brown and hope nobody else gets open. It's A.J. Brown and Julio Jones on the outside, Ryan Tannehill who's a competent quarterback, and Derrick Henry in the backfield. It's like, how the fuck do you play that offense? You don't.
You can't.
You hope for the best.
Yep.
I'm going Patrick Mahomes.
That's fair.
This award is usually the flashier award for the offensive player. I feel like it's usually who has the best highlights. Clearly, stats are involved, but I always feel like it's kind of the flashier part of it because in the past, MVP usually just got offensive player of the year, but in more recent years, it's kind of been like, oh, here's the MVP, statistical, best record, this and that, and then offensive player of the year, it's like a little flashier. Fair. Because Mahomes, clearly he's going to do his thing, without a doubt.
I mean,
Patrick
let's be
Mahomes.
honest. He's going to be. He'll finish top 3 in offensive player of the year. He'll probably finish top 3 in MVP. It's just Patrick Mahomes.
It's Patrick Mahomes.
It's a safe bet. It's
He's
not,
that guy.
Yeah,
He's that guy.
Can't really argue.
MVP, who you boys got?
You want me to go?
Yeah, good.
Kyler Murray.
Nice.
Wow. That's your number one pick.
Kyler Murray, number 1 guy. Heard it here first. I think this dude is going to be a generational talent. I really do. I think he is going to be. He runs like Lamar. He throws
Safer.
he runs safer than Lamar, but he's
just as shifty.
I'm just saying, but that's what I was I was building upon your point.
Dude, watching his
good.
highlights, not to mention DeAndre Hopkins, like I said, he's got
AJ Green as your number 2.
Yeah, Larry is your 4, bro.
Larry.
This is a good team. Cliff Kingsbury's a good coach. I like where they've come around. There's a reason they moved off of Josh Rosen as quickly as they did. Josh Rosen was the victim of a really bad situation.
I feel for that guy.
I really do in a lot of sense. He's not bad by any means. He was supposed to. There was talk of him being the number 1 quarterback out of that draft. He was by no means a slouch.
He was a baller at UCLA.
Yeah, exactly.
He was just never put in a good situation. That offensive line when he first came in, oh my god, he didn't have the mobility to get out of there.
Not even close. I mean, his decision making didn't help, but when you're seeing ghosts like Sam Darnold was, I feel for the guy.
Sam Darnold's at least getting a second opportunity. Josh Rosen,
Darnold
where is he?
Could
now?
also get comeback player of the year. He's gonna surprise a lot of people. Draft him in your fantasy
he doesn't.
football leagues.
Anyway, and he wouldn't
Regardless.
be in running for that because he didn't get hurt.
Comeback player of the year. Well, most improved player. I guess.
There you go.
Dude, he played on the Jets. It's basically the same as getting hurt.
Yeah.
Has Sam Darnold actually played on a real NFL team?
No.
Fuck no. But yeah, Kyler Murray. I think he's, like I said, a generational talent. I think he's a better version of what we see Russell Wilson. I think he's faster.
2.0.
I think he's got probably the same arm. It comes down to decision making and how bad he wants it. But I think as far as intangibles, he's got more.
I think
and Russell Wilson is the most underrated player in the NFL.
I think Wilson has a stronger arm, but it's also early into.
Well, Kyler's got time. So
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
okay,
we're talking about right now.
All right, got it.
I think this is the year he's probably most set up because he's, like I said, he's still on his rookie contract. They're not paying him yet. They got a lot of weapons around him. And dude, he's got the ultimate safety blanket in DeAndre Hopkins. It's like,
Dude, that guy is a highlight reel to himself. Like every week, he's
DeAndre
doing
Hopkins is
something
the best wide
unbelievable.
receiver in the NFL. Like,
Oh,
it's not
that's
His
for
catch,
like 5
it's like
years.
his hands are made of stickum.
Yeah.
I know he wears gloves, but it's like his hands underneath there somehow make it stickier.
Yeah. No, dude, the dude is
He's
like,
sweaty.
he is a cheat code.
His sweat's glue.
I don't know. I think he's the
he
lock.
sweats Elmer's.
Gorilla Glue, baby. Wham! Just
How does he not have a? Oh my god,
Huh?
a sponsorship with Gorilla Glue?
That's a great point. Oh my god.
I don't know if that comes down to the marketing team. I think
Yeah, no. DeAndre's just like no.
they Gorilla Glue knows what they're doing, dude. Those commercials are funny as fuck.
no, they're funny when people
my
cut 'em
table!
off. Just the whole gorilla.
It's just a whole gorilla.
Dude, it's just
They cut off.
out of nowhere.
The cutoffs are the best.
The
Though.
cutoffs because it's like, oh, my chair broke. Imagine like you break your chair and out of the blue, a
The
gorilla just comes and
500-pound
mauls
gorilla.
you. Just mauls you.
When they cut it off though, it's the best because it's just the scream and then it's like Gorilla Glue, and it's like so you just mean to tell me this dude just got mauled by a gorilla? Like,
Hey, no more problems. You don't have to worry about a broken chair.
fair enough. So
Boys, I hinted at this last week. This is the year of Matthew Stafford. This is his year.
I had him as a runner-up.
We are looking, I think 5,000 yards might be a lock.
Really?
I'm not.
Swear to God.
I wouldn't say a lock.
A lock.
He plays in a
got-
tough division.
Great. He's also got
Great.
he's finally
Nice.
got a great coach. Finally. Okay.
He's on a competent team.
Competent team with
Say above
where
competent.
he's gonna feel comfortable. Like I feel like this Rams team might just blow out teams because that defense is still gonna be good.
Yeah.
And I mean, just the offense. Oh my God, he's actually there's some talent. There's talent there in Stafford. Like McVay has been, like we said last week, in the streets of LA, just naked. How happy he is that he has Matthew Stafford.
Matty Ice,
Nah, that's a different player. Yeah,
baby. Shit.
Matthew Stafford. I got a Staffy for Stafford. That's what McVay is
I
doing.
would say that's McVay.
McVay,
Yeah.
Stiffy for Stafford. Just put that on a
Staffy for
T-shirt.
Stafford. Yeah. Yep.
Hey, nobody copy that.
Nobody listen to that.
Nobody, they cut that out. Cut that out. Nah, I Matt Stafford. I see two scenarios on how this goes: 5,000 yards
Uh-huh.
or total bust.
There's no way. There's no way that second part.
No.
There's
Only
not
reason-
a chance. There's not a chance that second part.
Only
got the
reason I
weapons.
say that is
The
because
offensive line is there.
I don't-
Defense to back him up.
I don't know how this team, they traded a lot of assets to win now, and it didn't really work. They're
Right,
They
but
still have that
right, but
talent,
their
though.
quarterback was Jared Goff, who
I-
needed to be handheld.
but
the
they're
entire
I
slowly-
never bought in when they were going off that one year when they made it to the Super Bowl. Everyone's
Oh,
like, Jared Goff's
hell no.
elite. I'm like, no, he just has a really good team.
But they're
No,
slow. But that's
really-
what I mean.
really
That
good
team
team, and
around
no,
the quarterback is
no,
slowly getting worse because they traded away their future. So
Todd
I
Gurley
think,
getting hurt too never helped.
yeah, Todd Gurley. Regardless, they spent a lot of money to win now 2 years ago. So that team is slowly getting worse. Like I said, I love Matt Stafford, but I think it's either like
Matt Stafford's
5,000
putting up
yards.
numbers with garbage.
I
That's
know,
what I'm saying.
I know. If
Oh,
any quarterback's going to do it, it's Matt Stafford.
100%.
But I think that team is slowly getting worse.
Yeah,
And
but it's not like oh, we're 7 years down the road and it's like, okay, all these guys
You
are
take-
old now.
You take Matt Stafford off that team, it's going to be a middle of the pack team. Like it's going to be like a 7-7 or 7-9
You're acting like Cooper
team.
Kupp sucks.
I
Like,
know.
you're acting like Robert Woods is terrible.
I know.
They're not like Julio Jones level guys. I'm not
They're-
trying to
This
say
is
that.
right now. This is a B tier team because
Matt-
it's a bunch of B tier players.
Matt
you
Stafford,
have an
no, Matt
A-tier
Stafford
quarterback.
makes that at least A minus.
The only thing against Stafford
Absolutely.
is that division he's in. It is so competitive. You got Cardinals, Seahawks, 49ers.
Nobody's touching the Cardinals.
This guy.
Nobody's
Man.
touching the Cardinals,
Okay.
dude. They I could see them winning 13 games this year.
And that's tough. That'll be. Remember that.
That division
Heard it
is
here
so much
first.
fun to watch.
Remember that.
Listen, I called the Suns. Called
Guy
this.
gets one call.
He gets one call.
Guy gets
and
one
he gets
call.
One call, and he's fucking.
Like this
How
is-
much do I need to pass?
6.
6.
You need 600.
You got 6.
Well, boys, I think we gotta know who I'm picking.
Oh God. Oh my God! What?
You had this prepared.
I
you
did.
piece of
This is
shit.
ridiculous. You're such a joke.
Tommy boy.
I hate you so much.
Is that some whoop ass?
That's some whoop ass.
First off, that's a Walmart brand Tom Brady. There's no
Shut
way.
up, I know
There's
it is.
Pull up the shirt. There's no way that is Tom Brady. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't see any Patriots logos on there whatsoever.
Either way, Tom Brady, boys. Let's not forget.
This is why he went bottom up. He wanted to crescendo. with
Oh yeah, come on!
This makes
He's
all the
bringing back
sense.
the same
This makes
exact team.
all
He's
the
only
sense.
gonna, dude.
Pizzas.
It's all coming together. No, but beginning of last year,
I act like I
they
hate
I
the
love
pick.
it.
I like the pick.
What a
Yeah.
plan comes
I know
together.
at the beginning. Well, last year I knew right off the rip, like, okay, this team's not going to be like unstoppable because they don't have the chemistry. They didn't have the offseason. They didn't have the OTAs. They didn't have all that. This year, after a whole year,
It's the same team.
it's the same team. You're playing with Tom Brady. You're gonna go all out, and the chemistry's there. It's only gonna get better. This team's just gonna keep going. Tom Brady's going to put up fat numbers. Now, the reason I didn't put him at Offensive Player of the Year is because Patrick Mahomes is going to be flashier. MVP, though, I think they could have the best record in the league. I could see them just being unstoppable. I'm not saying undefeated. There are some games they will lose. But
I think you're right. I don't.
what?
Hate,
Dude, it's the
I don't hate. the call.
44-year-old Tom Brady is going to run the table, baby. Like,
I saw a thing the other day. I was watching. Is it Nick Young, the dude I hate?
Oh, the pinhead-looking guy.
The analyst.
The only reason I say that is because he sucks.
The analyst.
No, it's Nick Wright.
Nick Wright.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
Regardless, I saw him. He was. This was, I think, after it was some random stat or whatever on YouTube. But he was talking about how like Tom Brady's the only player in NFL history who you can break into thirds, his entire career into thirds.
Yep.
And he's still a first ballot Hall of Famer in all three.
Yep.
And it's like, why
can't he do it?
I don't. Yeah.
Why
It's like,
can't he
why
do it?
can't he keep it going?
Oh, you don't have the same exact team? Oh, wait, you do. Oh, wait, you actually have
Oh, you already
preseason?
won last year with this exact same team?
You did. They have Mike Evans, Antonio Brown,
They really
Chris
lost
Godwin.
nobody either.
They literally lost nobody relevant.
I don't
Tom
And
Brady-
what's their division?
Tom Brady is ranked 7 on my list.
Panthers. He's going to tear
Saints.
apart.
No Drew Brees.
No Drew Brees. Atlanta,
Fuck.
terrible
Fuck.
defense.
Hey,
He's putting up
Hey.
fatty stats. Fatty.
Ian Book, sneaky pick, offensive rookie of the year, by the way.
Who's he in?
Quarterback,
I don't
New
know
Orleans
who he is.
Saints.
For who?
New Orleans Saints.
Homie,
Yeah,
there's
Tommy
no
Boy's going to make
way.
everybody look like a fool.
Taysom Hill. My God.
Honestly,
Don't disrespect my boy.
No.
honestly though,
No.
could the Bucks go undefeated? I went through the schedule. I think they lose a handful of games,
To
but
who?
the Bills are going to be a tough one, but I think they beat the Bills. I wouldn't be shocked if they went undefeated. They play the Rams. That's a tough game because that defense.
I still would take.
but like,
I would still take.
who's
Tampa.
stopping Tommy?
I don't know.
Who
Actually,
is stopping?
not to mention,
The Bucks.
I haven't heard
Okay,
anything
this is not
from
the Brooklyn
Antonio
Nets.
Brown.
You shut your mouth.
Super Bowl hangover.
Homie, we haven't heard shit from Antonio Brown.
Super Bowl hangover.
If Antonio Brown is shutting his mouth,
He hasn't said anything.
nothing.
Super Bowl hangovers are real.
I can't.
I want to see.
I
how
can't
these
wait
guys-
for them to run it back.
I'm not worried about Tom. Not worried about Tom. Never have been. Never will. It's everyone else. Just
I don't
that's
know.
why I have him ranked 7th on my top 10 list.
Which is so how?
Because I don't trust anyone else but Tom Brady.
It's gonna bite you in the butt.
Oh, I can't wait to watch.
telling you.
I gotta get me a. I got that Tom jersey, the Patriots one. I gotta get me a Tom's Buck jersey. I just gotta do it.
You
Gotta
know what?
portray-
The fact that I haven't heard anything from Antonio Brown, like I'm just now thinking about it, like nothing, not a peep.
Nothing.
This dude's gonna work. That's what he's doing. There's no way he's not like. There's no frozen feet. There's no.
OJ Howard's coming
Bro,
back.
it's Antonio Brown.
Also, OJ Howard's coming back. He's gonna be
Oh.
healthy.
This team is gonna be so gross.
And now they all click. It's all coming together.
They didn't even lose Chris Godwin.
Tom's winning his 8th to get on top of this. He's getting another MVP. Debatably breaks Peyton Manning's single-season throwing record, yardage-wise. Touchdown. I think he's gonna. I think this season, this could be Tom's last season. 44 years old. I think he goes at.
He's full sail right now.
I'm full. How do you not ride this wave? You know why? You just. It's been
Sorry,
his career.
James popped the Viagra before the show. It's just hit.
Woo!
This table has risen a little
I'm
bit.
just. I ride that Tommy wave.
That's
Yeah,
impressive.
you ride it. What? What'd I say?
Switching over to some other legends though. Conor McGregor unfortunately lost through a broken ankle. Let's get it out.
Oh my
Get it
god.
out.
Okay, I'll take it.
Ryan.
Anyone,
Jesus, take the wheel.
anyone that includes Dustin Poirier, his wife, any fans of his that say that this was an actual win, you're a bunch of clowns. A bunch of clowns.
Yeah.
Imagine a guy breaking his leg and then thinking you did something. And all these people are like, oh, he was losing the first round. Yeah, one round of 5. There was plenty of fight left. And if last time I checked, forearms to the head does not break a leg. You jokes of people. Are we serious? Are we serious?
Well, you have to give him as far as like claiming like, oh, like he didn't lose to Dustin Poirier. He lost the fight, but he didn't lose to Dustin Poirier.
Right, like it's gonna go on record.
His
It's
body
still a loss.
But
It's
like,
still a loss. But
he lost to his ankle just giving out.
But as far as like Poirier and McGregor solving this beef, it's like, dude, he didn't lose to anything Poirier did.
And Poirier didn't gain anything out of
And
this.
if anything, people are saying like there was a leg kick that Poirier checked early in the first round where they're saying that's probably where he broke it and then that's why he went for the guillotine.
No, he 100% broke it when he kicked Poirier.
This is what I'm saying because he then fought for another 4 minutes.
Yeah.
It didn't break until 4 minutes later.
So yeah, it's
with,
just sitting
with
there
like
as a fucking
with like 3 seconds left in the first round.
Yeah.
So I'm like
I don't know. I feel bad for McGregor just being in this situation because it's like, dude, your fall from grace has been hard. Like he's coming down.
What did I say, dude? Before, I mean, I didn't expect it to be like this.
I mean, this is kind of like a freak thing. But like, so I don't know if you guys
can we come back though.
So we were talking about it a little bit before the show, but there was a side angle of somebody like right next to the cage, and you can hear McGregor like talking about how he's going to kill Poirier and his family, pretty much. Like he's sitting there like mumbling under his breath, like he was kind of losing it. And it's like on one hand, I understand, like I feel bad. It's like, dude, the whole point of this fight was for you to prove you still have it, and it's not like you didn't disprove it, but now the narrative has totally switched. It's like we went from looking at McGregor as the fighter. You know, this was like his last chance to be like the top dog. You know what I mean? Still get full competitive fights. And now it's like, are we ever going to see him in that situation ever again?
I don't know how you could not. He broke himself.
I know.
But that's
How
the thing.
can anyone not?
But look at the narrative. Look at what's forming.
How can the narrative? His leg broke in the first round. Nothing was proven.
I'm agreeing with you.
I know, but nothing was proven.
I just think the big thing is now everyone has seen McGregor like that. Clearly, it's not like he got his ass kicked, broken ankle, or whatever. But just like this dude is he getting that old where his just body's giving up on him? Is it like is he done? Is he that old? I know it's a freak thing, but people are gonna look at it and be like, can he bounce back from this? Is he going to get another opportunity from this?
He ain't going to fight Poirier again.
There's no way.
There's no way he agrees to a fifth fight or a fourth fight. Fourth.
But like,
there's no way.
The only reason McGregor so is McGregor going to go through the process of building back up to that? And by the time he builds back up to that, is Poirier even going to want to keep fighting?
That's the thing.
How long will it take for him to get there? Is he or because
the whole thing was just such a joke.
I don't know if it's just unfortunate.
It hate to see him go
sucks.
Down like that.
Like injuries suck because as far as like that fight, that was going to be a good fight. Everyone saw it in the first round. That was going to be a great fight. They were throwing hands, dude. Like they wanted to kill each other. Like that. I think everyone's more so disappointed. It's like this is what we got, and it's like you can't control it.
Like people like clowning him. Like his leg broke.
It just sucked. It was a legacy fight. This was like. Because like I said before in our last episode,
this fight is like I wasn't even like mad because I was like he broke his leg in the first round. Like what?
What are you supposed to do about that? Nothing. Like that's just
like he didn't get TKO'd again. Like
that's what it is. I mean, doctor stoppage is technically a TKO, but
just he broke himself. Dustin did nothing.
He acted like he did.
That's my whole entire point. He acted like he actually did some shit. Like
no, bud.
Wait, he would have won the first round. Sure, there was 4 more. Conor broke his broke his leg. You didn't beat him. He broke his leg.
I feel like the UFC is just the hardest league/sport.
To
get
UFC,
back into.
UFC is the hardest sport. Period.
Well, no, I think to.
It's
guys
two
on
grown
top,
men beating the shit out of each other.
No,
you have to be a psychopath.
But what I'm saying is
like,
what did I say last week? whenever these guys come back on top and they go, and they're kind of content with
but
everything, then they leave. And I get it's different because it's a broken, it's totally
this doesn't,
different.
Like, fit into that narrative.
I know that, but and now it's even going to be harder for him to come back because now he's got 6 weeks in a crutch. Then he's going to have to rehab. He's going to have to get that leg back up to strength and everything. It's just
this is the last fight we'll ever see with McGregor as being viewed as like a top dog in this league. If he comes back and fights, he's like you said last week. He's going to be a Nate Diaz. He's going to be a guy. He fights for notoriety at this point.
No, what I said last week, it was if he actually got lost, if he actually got beat,
there's no way. Who gives him a top fight?
No, he's not gonna. No, he's now gonna have to go through tune-up fights again. Like he's gonna have to go and like build his
I don't know if he does.
And by the time he gets
I think
back
he
up,
will. The only thing is, I think he will, only because he's psychotic.
He's gonna try to come back. It's Conor McGregor. He's coming back. He's gonna try to come back, but he's not gonna get that top fight right away. You can only get those so many times.
Well, that's the thing, and a big narrative for Conor too. Like a big part of his motivation when he was like turning into what he was money.
He's got that now.
He's got money.
He was literally the top paid athlete last year.
Yeah. I don't know.
This year too, I think, actually.
His fall from grace was way too hard and unfortunate, and I really feel for the guy. But I mean, he was losing it sitting down in that ring. Like he was.
I would be getting pissed off too if my leg's broken. I can't do it. I'm in a cast. I can't do anything. And then the guy that thought he actually did something was yelling at me on the ground. I'd lose my shit. Too.
I mean, clearly he's a psychopath too because he's sitting there like.
Okay, you have to be a psychopath.
His leg
to
is
be in the
fucking
UFC.
like this, and he's sitting there like.
Well, they said it. They said it back. His leg was finally straight
like
again.
you and I wouldn't be sitting there screaming in pain.
Oh, I know.
I would have been unconscious.
He was also like the adrenaline was pumping. He probably didn't even feel it until he like. Back in the hospital.
I still would have been unconscious.
He's also. You got to be a different breed to be in the UFC.
Oh,
especially top.
Conor McGregor is clearly built different. Like nobody's arguing that.
Anyone who sees this as a legit win is just a joke of a human being.
It's more just a disappointment for Conor.
Yeah, that's but like this, like I give Dustin zero credit, but he's gonna give himself all of it. Like what did you do?
What did he say? I will say this. This was nothing but like this was a personal fight. This was a lot of low blows.
Great.
This was a lot of like
nothing happened.
I know, but that's why Poirier's like. I mean, he was
celebrating
kind of
like he did, like he took his leg and went.
But he didn't do
like he
it.
did
That's
that.
the thing.
I know,
like,
but he was kind of. But he's. It's not like he's dragging him through the mud right now. That's not what. As far as Poirier, I mean, yeah, he had his. He had his moment at the end of the fight, dude. All they were doing was talking shit all week. Like, they don't like each other.
But no, he rubbed in like he was doing something. He did it
immediately off the rip.
In the interview with Rogan, and then the post fight afterwards too, in the locker room. He did the same. He did the same shit.
He was just like, I would have beaten the crap out of him. Okay, well that's you.
I mean, that's what do you want him to say though? What do you want him to say?
Unfortunate.
That's exactly what you were saying. Oh, he didn't. No, he did. He did. He acted like he did something. He acted like he took his leg and went like this and broke it. He didn't. He did not do anything.
No.
Conor broke himself on his own leg. He didn't. Dustin won the first round. That's all he did. There was 4 more to go.
Yeah.
And Conor really didn't even do anything.
It just sucks.
Yeah.
It just
like
sucks
you said,
to
injuries
see.
suck. Injuries
suck.
I just hate when people say that, Dustin won. It's like, no, he didn't. On paper, sure. On paper, that's a dub, but it's really not. And Dustin's going to look at that and go, I guess.
Well, it's still going to do what it was intended. It's still going to elevate Poirier as far as like.
Well, we're talking about
closing to like the title fights. Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get his ass ripped out by.
I don't know. He is a good fighter.
No, Oliveira's going to rip him to shreds, and then he's going to fight Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's going to ruin Oliveira, then we have a new champion. That's exactly what's going to happen.
The thing with Conor, when was the last time Conor won a fight?
It's
been a while.
I think it was Cerrone.
Yeah, it was Cowboy.
Didn't he lose his last 3 fights, if we're including
Cowboy.
this one?
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah. Like you said, his fall from the top.
Was it?
It was Cowboy.
Was it 3, though? No, it was...
He lost two to Dustin.
He lost to Khabib.
Yeah.
And Khabib, well...
No, Khabib
or was there one in between there?
Khabib was before Cerrone.
Oh, okay.
He's lost 6 fights in total, I think.
Cerrone was his comeback, beat him, and then Poirier.
But that's the crazy thing though. Like you look at that fight with Cowboy,
he's had more
and it was
losses than wins in his last 6 though.
Yeah,
and when you're talking about UFC, that's not.
Well, you look at Cowboy, and it's like you can see the level of competition that like Conor's still at, I guess. is because
Donald's is old and got.
that's the thing. He
been
beat the
beaten to
fucking
shreds.
he beat the piss out of this dude,
I know.
and then now he's like Dustin Poirier is still in his prime. Like he's one
Yeah,
of
I'm not-
one of the top 5 fighters in the
I'm
world.
not trying to say McGregor's like
he's number 1 right now.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know, it's tough.
just sucks. I would rather see Conor lose like the right way.
Well, that's what we all wanted because it's like Conor doesn't get to end his. He doesn't get to end
Because
his book.
I know
or his
he's-
chapter.
people were just celebrating it like he actually he got beat, like he broke. He broke.
Yeah.
He didn't get beat. He broke.
I feel bad for the people who gambled or who bet on it.
Ocho Cinco lost $20.
God
So
damn
funny.
it, Chad.
Chad.
I was just like, that's just ridiculous though.
It's just unfortunate.
Like you guys, the people, if you're celebrating, you're a joke. Like he didn't actually lose. Like he got injured. He
Yeah.
broke.
yeah.
He didn't lose the fight. He couldn't fight. He
Yeah,
couldn't.
doctors. That's the first time I've ever seen a doctor's stoppage.
No, there's been a few. A lot,
First
I
I've
think.
seen though.
Well, that's all we have for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Once again, we do have a merch store. The link will be down in the description below. So if you like what we're doing, check that out. And don't forget to share, like, and follow.
Comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Talk to us. Come on, please. You
Please.
guys can kick me out of the house. We need subscribers.
God, that last segment pissed me off.